Hey bookaholics, it's Isabel and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Six of Crows is a very popular one on BookTube and I went into here with low expectations. This is because my one friend who read this was very disappointed in this book, and so I went in with low expectations because I know how hyped up this book is. So many people love this book, everyone just praises it and just gives it all the 5 stars in the world. Although I don't agree that it's like one of the best books out there, I still enjoyed it. This book ended up getting a 4 out of 5 stars for me. I think it got a higher one because I did go in with low expectations. This is presented as a big heist, and although that does happen, it's not like prevalent in the book. It's very slow. It's a slow burn book. Like, it's very character driven. It does have action in it, but the heist isn't the main point. Is a lot of character plot points and a lot of flashbacks. If you're going in for like an action-packed heist kind of novel, this might be a little disappointing. But I think because I went in here not really expecting like a big action-packed heist or having very low expectations about this, it did make this book a lot more enjoyable for me. I really love the characters. I really did like the plot and how it went back into their flashbacks. And honestly, when I was reading this, I wasn't too sure what actually was connected to the Grisha series. I didn't know if one of these characters was present in that one and the flashbacks was part of the Grisha, but then I looked back and none of the characters in that actually came into here. So I feel like you don't have to read the Grisha series to enjoy this, because I did enjoy it and I haven't read the Grisha series. Let's just get into my personal feelings about this. I enjoyed this book. It was a lot of fun to read, but it did go into dark territory that I wasn't expecting it to go into. It deals with topics that aren't really in YA books. So it dealt with like sex trafficking, it dealt with prostitution, it dealt with drugs, slavery, and murder, and also gambling. We follow all these different characters and we follow in this kind of rundown neighborhood where crime is very prevalent and there's gangs and stuff. So there's a lot of topics and situations the characters get into that is generally not talked about in YA. I still really like that that was included in here, and it was done very well. Now, for the characters, I really like the characters and I really did enjoy the flashbacks. I know for some people I've read reviews, they didn't care about like all the flashbacks and the background for the characters because they just wanted the action, they just wanted the heist. So like, I see how some people wouldn't have enjoyed this one if they were given the hype that this is like a high stake heist kind of novel. And although I did want to like be in the main plot, I still liked having their background and just seeing how they got to where they are. So we have 6 characters here. We have Kaz, and I really liked seeing how he became who he was. I felt like he was just a little bit too perfect at being a criminal. I felt like maybe he was just like the stereotype hard-ass criminal who can do anything, and that kind of made it a little bit unbelievable, but I kind of let it go because, you know, it's Kaz. And then we also have Inej. Inej was a very fascinating character. She's a bit kind of like Kaz in that she seems to be good at a lot of what she does, and I did like Kaz and Inej's dynamic as well, but they were probably the 2 characters who I really like. I liked them separately, but together I don't know if I like them together. And then we have Nina. I did enjoy Nina and Matthias' background. There is probably the more prevalent in this, and they weren't ones that I was overly invested in, and so I didn't really care for too much about their dynamic, but I still really did like following them and seeing where their journey took them, but they weren't my favorites in here. But I was invested in 2, and unfortunately these 2 were not as prevalent in this novel as I would like, and that's Jesper and Wylan. I absolutely love their dynamic. They were so fun to follow. Mostly Jesper because we didn't actually get into the point of view of Wylan, but I really love Jesper. Just his personality and his wit and everything that went into his character was very enjoyable to follow, and I really liked it. Overall, the characters are fun. I really love Jesper and Wylan, and I really did did enjoy Nina. And now let's talk about the writing. The writing was good. I did really enjoy the dialogue and everything like that. The action scenes were sometimes a little bit hard to follow. I had to reread sentences. I had to reread certain paragraphs. And eventually, as I was reading this, I actually had to pick up an audiobook because it was just taking me so long to get through this book. Because this book wasn't like grabbing me. It wasn't making me want to continue reading. Like, I just was slowly reading chapter by chapter and not really caring what was going to happen next. Wasn't like invested in this novel. So I actually had to pick up an audiobook, and then I got through it a lot quicker after that. I don't know if that was just like the slow plot, and honestly I think that's all I really wanted to say about this book. It was a good book. I really did enjoy it, but it wasn't like one of my faves. It wasn't like absolutely wonderful or anything like that. It was just a fun novel to follow. I really liked the characters, I liked the plot, but there was nothing overly special about it. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you agree with some of my assessments of Six of Crows. Let me know your thoughts on Six of Crows. Was it one of your favorite books? Was it not one of your favorite books? Did you have an unpopular opinion about this one or anything? Just let me know down below in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you have not yet, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I post another video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!